Hi guys, welcome to Suburban Stone Age. I thought that today I would give you a random winter garden tour. It's late February and it's actually already springtime here. We've had a super warm winter, so I need to hurry up and get busy doing my spring chores. So what you see here is the winter garden. These are mostly fava beans and kale, and they've done really well over winter. Everything is starting to grow with the recent warm weather we've had. The soil's warming up and things are starting to grow. So I need to get on out here and repair irrigation. I need to compost some soil. I've got to start some seeds in the greenhouse and get on with my spring chores. Alright, so here is the lovely compost pile. I've recently done work on the back fence where it used to be, so it's been moved into the main garden. So this main garden patch is 16 years old and it's always been organic. So this is going to be a great chance for this year just to compost right in place on top of my garden, and then I'll move it again next year, and what'll be left behind is rejuvenated soil, and hopefully it'll be richer than ever. But today's chore is to actually take those big piles of compost right there and mix them all together and bury them in the garden behind me, which I'll show you in a second. What I found with composting is there's actually more compost created than I can physically keep up with. So if I just let it pile up, it becomes just this huge hurdle that's very difficult for me to turn and stay moist and keep up with on my limited time on the weekends. So I'm committed this year to keeping the batches small and keeping it moving as best as I can. So we'll see how good I am at that, sustaining that throughout the year, but that's the plan so far. Alright, so what we're doing here is we've got our peas on a trellis. We put those in the fall and they're producing now. This space right here that you see that's empty, I'm ripping it out and I'm installing drip irrigation this year. So the challenge that I've had is this plot was put in last year and I put in soaker hose, but I didn't put in a pressure regulator. So by about October, the pressure hose had blown and it was no longer efficient irrigation. So I've had to reset everything. The wire that you see, if you can see those wire cages, those are all put in because I have a husky and she just digs. So I have to cage all the places that I don't want her to go, and that's pretty effective. So in between the stepping stones, I'm going to dig that soil up, I'm going to add the compost and bury it, and then I'm going to continue to install a new rubber hose. I'm not wild about the rubber, but I'm also not wild about the fabric tape exploding. So we're going to try that solution for this year, putting pressure regulators on, and then we're going to see how it goes. It did just rain last night, which is very nice, but in Southern California, rain is not enough. You have to have irrigation or you don't have things growing in your in your yard. It's basically that simple, unless it's like sage or cactus. So that's why I have to get on top of this irrigation. Our rainy season is only going to last maybe till March, maybe end of March if we're lucky, and then from then on it's going to be 6-8 months of no rain whatsoever. So that's the status right now. Gonna get to it. Oh, and as one last update, here are the ladies busy laying eggs. We have leghorns, we have cuckoo marins, and we have Easter eggers, one of which turned out to be a fake Easter egger. She lays brown eggs and not green, so I had to wait a whole year to find that out. Anyway, they're doing great, and with that note, everyone at SSA is going to say thanks and subscribe, and we'll give you an update soon.